T-Pain.
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. About to have the parking lot on. Super.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay so good.
They stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. All I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Ludacris going in on the verse, cause I never been defeated and I won't stop now. Keep your hands up, get them in the sky for the homies that ain't making it and my folks locked down. I never went nowhere, but they saying Luda's back. Blame it on that, the hood call it Ludic. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down, like go. My verses still be serving, tight like a this last time on a college remix, now I'm on it.
Is really good in the game. There you go. There's only a few weeks left in the My Park Championship, so we catch you up on all the action. We have some winning tips in 2K Pro-Am.
You want to play some post-up games with either post, this is your formation to use.
Plus your top players of the week. And make sure you tune in. Win some BC with 2K TV Interactive. Tune in.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. Looking at the Thunder, 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. And a chance in this one to get a look at the NBA's leading scorer. Freak has just been incredible so far this season, just defies description. Do you see him holding onto the scoring title this year, Kenny?
Well, a big thing for Freak is trying to avoid the stat-chasing things that a lot of former players.
It's a Western Conference matchup as the Los Angeles Lakers come into town in this game. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Maybe the upper hand in this one, the Oklahoma City Thunder won the last matchup of the season against the Los Angeles Lakers. And that gives them a one-game advantage in this matchup this season.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from three.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Jones is out there with Anderson. Then it's Roy Hibbert. Then it's Russell. And it's Bryant in at the 2-guard. Lockett 2. Misses off the right iron. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Wizards.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
You know, it perhaps could serve as a rallying point for him, Greg. I mean, sometimes after a big loss like that, it can be a catalyst or a wake-up call for the locker room.
Shot by Taylor, no good. Oklahoma City on D. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
The basket good off the assist from Durant. Taylor's got 5.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Back to Jones. He dishes it to Anderson. Screen by Jones. Russell kicks to Jones. The rebound by Ibaka.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Westbrook dishes to Taylor. Wide open look. No good. And it's the Lakers the other way. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. The drive by Russell. That's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
To the paint.
Oh, no. Bad time to slip up there, Kevin. They got to stay focused.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Taylor against Kobe. A 3-ball. Shot by Taylor, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Fades away. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. And this game is tied up now.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Outside Bryant. Makes a big height bounce and goes in.
The entire defense was frozen-footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Russell against Westbrook. Right side Durant. Outside Taylor. And Jones pulls it down.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Screen by Jones. Here's Russell. A second chance effort. And the rejection by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Thunder. Randall's checked in for the Lakers. Williams comes in for Bryant. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter, so they take the lead. Russell's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, I like how Lou Williams bodied up the defender there. He got his frame right into the path of the defender.
Ibaka, the pass to Taylor. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Taylor's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Thunder. Russell against Westbrook. Outside, Russell. Screened by Jones. Williams kicks to Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. That's 7 points for D'Angelo Russell. Westbrook against Russell. Westbrook dishes to Taylor. And stolen by Russell. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Anderson's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And that one's good. And that's now 11 points for Freak.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. McGarry's checked in for a bye. So it's the Thunder now. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Chris Humphries is out there with Brandon Bass. And there's Bryant. Then there's Nick Young. And it's Joseph in at the point.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat was simply terrific. He finished with 39 points and was effective from long range as he got that scoring line by dropping in a good amount of threes. It was the kind of game that coaches love because he was a big factor in every play, it seemed.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Waka comes in for Anthony Morris. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Lance Stevenson. The Lakers also making some changes. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Bass. Anderson comes in for Young. And it's Russell in for Joseph.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You've got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Here's Cantor following the basket by Kobe Bryant.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Tries it from the top of the key, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Taylor with the ball, picked up by Bryant. Here's Taylor. He's got 17. And there's another one for the Thunder. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. The feed to Humphries. Hibbert with a screen for Kobe. To the inside, Hibbert. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. Throw good, Roy Hibbert. Terrence Jones is checked in for the Lakers. He hits both from the stripe.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Durant, the pass to Taylor. And he goes right over D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game, as tight as it can be,